Hello my friends, and welcome back to our blind Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your Stories Gaming channel, and in our last episode things got very much out of hand, but we're trying to get Maya back, and I don't know what to say, things don't look good. But we did buy ourselves some extra time thanks to Edgeworth, so I hope everyone's having a good day today. Let's see what happens today, shall we? Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation? To kill her. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that amount of time. Report. I love how to the point Edgeworth can be. He still has a phone, by the way. Ah, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time. Just spit it out. Alright. Looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? Ho ho ho, I thought you'd ask, pal. All the questionable dots? I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. Man, we don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so you know I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. Hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. Man, with my hunk of junk car, I see I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Just wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission from God, sir. Sorry, Blues Brothers is one of my favorite movies. I just had to say it. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Probably shouldn't say that too loud in front of Edgeworth. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What the heck is that? Hello? Was that? Oh no, don't tell me Gumshoe got in a wreck. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. Man, all the dots. No one can stop me. Oh no. What is everything have to go bad? What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. Yes, we do. We know he was at the crime scene. And we know he's coming to the courthouse. So can't you like triangulate his position or something? His cell phone is broken. And he wasn't driving a patrol car. So no radio either. Also, if we don't get those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. Oh, okay. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? Is there? Do I have a piece of evidence that could link me to him? I don't think I have any evidence that links to him. I'm gonna drop this as save number 1. Just in case. Let's say there is a way. I don't know what it is, but maybe. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Oh, dear Lord. The radio transceiver? The figurine? The, spy camera? Doesn't he have this information? Like, does he have the spy camera? Right, we're not in the middle of a mock trial here. I guess this won't work, huh? I guess it's up to me. Alright, I will think of something on my end. Don't get your hopes up too high, but I will try my best. Did I say something wrong? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. Oh, the dots. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. All the dots. It may be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. Well, there's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think about hard what it is you must do. I don't know of any evidence. I don't know of any evidence that we could use to track Gumshoe. Besides a walkie-talkie, but he doesn't have the other walkie-talkie. Unless they found the walkie-talkie at the crime scene. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Because if they found the walkie-talkie at the crime scene... No, that won't work either. Like, really, what is the evidence that would let us track him? I'm looking through possible evidence. Yeah, I don't... Did I choose the camera last time, or did I choose the, or did I choose the transmitter last time? No, I think I chose the camera. You see, I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't think I have the evidence that could work for this. I don't know how you are supposed to get evidence. Maybe this is just a false choice. Maybe through Maya? Or Pearls? I'm gonna choose Maya, and if that's not it, then... I don't know anymore. Nope, I don't know of what I could choose. March 23rd, 2:35 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. I just gotta hope we can save her in time.
Well, the court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Look at him. They're both, like, on edge here. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, the debts. I can understand the defense is acting like this. However, why you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Well, now then, Mr. Edgeworth. If you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Mrs. Impact's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. Wait, what? It is? Huh? Yeah, what?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, this note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake. What?
Order, I say there will be order. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what the heck is going on here? If this was not written by Miss Impax, well then, who wrote it?
We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita. Mr. Carita? Well. It looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
Well, that does sound very plausible.
This theory that On Guard had no idea that suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Wow, I am not doing well today, apparently, because I don't know. I don't know anything today. Is it because of the second suicide note? Yeah, I know. I am just... I am not on a good start today with this game, apparently. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has shared contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, well then it's possible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what's your response?
I believe that even more important than finding out if this note is real or not is whether the attorney's badge pinned to that man's chest is real. That is the million-dollar question. I take it that was not the smart thing to do.
Yes, I agree.
Me too. Even you, Mia? Come on. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that I messed up again.
Actually, well, there is something that I would like to ask. Mr. Edgeworth, you had stated something earlier to the fact that the defendant had spied on Mr. Carita's private life.
All the exclamative dots.
I believe this would mean that he would have known about the note as well.
That's it. Yes, and so naturally. Oh, that's right. I'm such an idiot. I was supposed to present. Oh, okay. Let me go back. Let's see if that works. Camera.
What is this little item called again?
It's a video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but...
Oh, well, that's right. Camera. Ah, you kids with fancy toys nowadays.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Engard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Is that right? Oh, the exclamated dots. If that were true, well then this means that Mr. Engard would have known that the victim had forged the note.
Urgh. So then, the defendant knew that the suicide note was the fake. And if that's true, well then the situation suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Engard's motive for murder was has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Engard monitored Mr. Krita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Engard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof for a change? About how the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? It's about time the prosecution has to present evidence. We're the defense attorney. We're not supposed to have to prove someone's guilty.
Order, 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 I say, Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave.
As I figured.
Huh? Well, as you figured, you say?
As I figured. It came down to this after all.
Miss Edgeworth, you are not making any sense.
When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Engard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Alright, who are we calling?
Oh, well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual. Really? I mean, we've already had, Wendy Old, we've already had Wendy Oldbag, so it's not like, it's not like you can get more unusual than that. Edgeworth is stuttering? This is not like him at all.
Unusual, you say? What sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, who's stranger than Miss Alien over there?
This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelly Day Killer to commit murder? Well, that's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yeah, there is actually a person. The person who hired him.
Yes, Miss Edgeworth, who is this witness?
It's,
Yes, go on, who is it?
The man himself, Mr. Shelly Day Killer. Oh, okay, well, that's not what I was expecting.
Oh, Mr. Day Killer. The deaths? Oh, wait! Shelly Day Killer? You mean, the killer? You mean the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, he's coming here? To the witness stand?
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask you for your permission. Oh no. Are you kidding me? He's going to have us... He's going to use a radio transceiver to interrogate the killer via radio.
Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Well, is this alright with you?
I mean, do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. I mean, the defense has no objection, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Very well, then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth? Is there no other way left to us? Oh dear God, they're dragging this out. They're dragging this out. Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Yes, it is! Oh, dear Lord. That looks very different from this. Wow, this is like the top of that, yeah. But still, I can't believe he actually did this. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin.
I see. What is going on here?
Your Honor.
How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio hootiki thing?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call I got earlier was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure that this is really Mr. the Killer himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please, wait 1 second.
Oh, the dots.
Oh, the dots. Oh, the dots. I'm so hungry. Oh my God, Maya. Maya.
A voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer.
Well, it looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Carita. Is this correct? Oh, the dots. It is, as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Carita. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well.
Well, this is all just a bad dream. Yes, it's just a bad dream.
Shelley the Killer? What is he going to say? Yeah, I thought he wanted us to get his client off. About my client. This is the weirdest thing. And I like how he's bobbing back and forth. Oh, that's great. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more... I'm sorry. Just seeing him bob back and forth with the light lighting up, and the way the radio looks, it almost looks like that's actually Shelley the Killer because it's got the stitches across the face. It's got the eyes, it's got the mouth. I mean, it's even got one ear. How can you not find this absolutely hilarious? Oh dear Lord. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. If it is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. the Killer seems a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. Day Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend.
So is he upset because of the radio bug?
Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the, witness?
Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Yep, I hear you. Thanks, Mia. Cross-examination. There is something I must first state. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? All the dots. So sorry, go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness, so you can't badger Mr. Wright.
That's only because you don't know about my situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
Well, and that is why you're testifying in this manner?
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in your back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly.
Well, that's enough. Please, no more.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of the prescribed role.
What, the rule?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, what's that bear figurine at? Can I go play with that for a while, please? I mean, I didn't see anything.
The judge had to watch himself. It is my wish that you grasp the concept before I give you the name of my client. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Arrgh, that egomaniacal. How do you say that word? Is that good for your health to be so aggravated? You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all the extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. There is something I must... Oh, wait, what? That was the end of the dialogue. So... was this thing that... I remember the early in the trial. So I'm just going through this again. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. There we go. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information that you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust above all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. Okay, that's all the same. Oh, he just said something new. Sorry about that. He said now that it's about time for something. Sorry about that. Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. I just expected that final thing to be the same as, before. Sorry, I'm just so anxious to figure out what's going on here. It's like, I need to know. I need to know what's going to happen. What is your name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? That person's name is... All the dots. All the dots.
Oh, will you just hurry up and get on with the dots?
Adrian Andrews. I'm sorry, that was Edgeworth's voice. Adrian Andrews. Huh. Well then. That's a lie? So everything you just said was a complete lie to set up this bigger lie. That is clever. Gotta hand it to this guy. He is one smart cookie.
What?
Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier. Oh, the exclamated dots. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Edward. Like I said, I'm so off kilter right now. This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. Day Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. Day Killer told him a different name. Matt and Guard, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. The witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you were the one who summoned this witness.
You, Shelley Day Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt and Guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, feels like we can actually win this. Yeah, but I don't want to win this. Yeah.
Well, the prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Well, furthermore, there is a possibility that the defendant knew himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. Day Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all.
No.
With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Mittengard is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, Engard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And Engard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would observe the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. The testimony just now. It was all one big lie. Miss Andrews? The suicide note may have been a fake. But that man, Matt, he's the real reason that Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. The testimony that just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. All the dots.
Well, but Mr. Day Killer himself had testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you, Mrs. Andrews. The knife and button and donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Parks was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
No. Mr. Wright. Oh, the exclamated dots. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
All the dots. I had to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's evidence? What am I supposed to do? Okay, so I was told that there's a bad ending and a good ending to this trial, unlike all the other trials. And I assume the good ending is probably the true ending. In which case, we request the trial to continue. So knowing this leads to a game over, or at least not the complete game being over, as far as the trial goes. I think I need to choose this first, because it's always better, in my opinion, to have the bad ending happen first, and then you get the good ending, because the good ending will carry over to the next game. Whereas if we get the good ending first and then get the bad ending, it doesn't have that carryover effect as well. So trust me when I say this. I'm gonna request the trial to continue in my heart, because I believe that's the right thing to do. And I gotta pray that Gumshoe makes it in time. But with that said, for this choice, I have to request the verdict now. And don't worry, like I said, we'll always come back here and do the opposite. Don't worry. I just said I believe in Gumshoe, I believe Gumshoe's gonna follow through. I believe it's the right thing to do. So don't judge me by picking this first, because in my mind, this is the wrong thing to pick, which means it should be the first thing we pick. I hope that logic makes sense. Request a verdict. Your Honor, the defense requests that. All the dots. All the, is this guy insane? FlightlessBird, what did you do to me, dots? It's no use. I can't, it feels like I've lost my voice. Phoenix! Can't do it, Mia. I can't accept it, not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt Engard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Engard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Engard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. All the dots. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? All the dots. Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. Killer. So apparently that's not the split that I was told about. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I mean, it might have already happened. It might have already happened when we did provide the evidence at the end of the 4-1. So for all we know, we may actually be in one of the endings already. But I'm really glad we chose that because we got all that extra dialogue. And I'm pretty sure if we choose this, we wouldn't have gotten that extra dialogue. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept not guilty. You're a lawyer. I know, but Matt Engard is a killer, a murderer. Okay, so this is all the same. Yeah, this is all the same. Alright, so it kind of loops in the same vein, except you get a little bit extra dialogue when he goes, you know, with all the dots and how he just says, I can't. So.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. Day Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
Well, that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth, that is my job, Your Honor. You go tell him, Phoenix.
Oh, the excellent duds. This is a very weird trial.
But there's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Well, very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. the Killer.
Right away, Your Honor. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more about all you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done?
Well, but what shall we have him testify at now?
Mr. Dick Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? About my client, part 2. As I have already stated quite a few times, my Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carita was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
Well, this is the most unexpected turn of events for the, fifth time now.
Oh, that's so true.
However, this time, everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Well, yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
We still had the cross-examination to do.
Well, but you don't need a question testimony like this. I mean, do you, Mr. Wright?
All the dots. Well, Your Honor, the defense will, question the witness. I mean, as if I have a choice here.
Yeah, but why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. Well, if you scrutinize the testimony, well then...
Well, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
I don't know if I said this before, but I love the judge in this game. That makes 2 of us. That makes 3 of us. I'm pretty sure there's people in the comment section who are gonna be like, yep, that makes 4, that makes 5, that makes 6. I know, Edwin, I believe he's watching this blind with me for the first time, or with us for the first time. I would love to know, Mr. Edwin, what you think as well about my client part 2. Thank you for all you guys do to support this channel, by the way. You guys have been such a blessing upon me and my life. You have no idea. I mean, just everything you do, hitting those like buttons, commenting on the videos, watching the videos. It really means a lot to me, and it just, like I said, blows me away all the time. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, all the dots.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I had to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes. How much is your fee? Oh, the dots. I see, you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. Ah, no, I'm not thinking of hiring.
Mr. Wright.
Yes?
You want to kill me, you want me dead, don't you?
Oh, I love this judge. What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty.
Oh, the dots. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. Oh, right. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. Oh, the dots. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Well, a change of occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. Day Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. You know what I want to know? This guy here, Day killer. Whoa! Professional assassin always leaves a Shelly card near his victim's body. That is creepy. So what I'm thinking is, you know the stitches that go down his face? I'm actually thinking that this is an elaborate costume. And the real Shelly the Killer is underneath. So basically, at the end of the game, we're gonna find his outward appearance, but we're not gonna find him. My client did it to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things easy as possible.
You try to make things easy?
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out this service. He is pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hides my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you, I have no intention of using your services ever.
The debts.
Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Creta was dead. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. All the questionable dots. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. Nothing worse. Nothing worse than getting hiccups. Happens all the time when I'm recording too. I think it's when I talk too much, so that's when I get hiccups. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Engard. If that's the case, then why did the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. And that's all you had to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
Oh, the dots. Are you really new?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? Well, all I can do now is expose the lies. That's true, however, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. Alright, my friends, well, we're gonna have to stop here. I love you all so very much, like I said. Thank you for everything. You guys have truly changed my life for the better, and I can't thank you enough. For the deepest corners of my heart to the very bottom of my soul, I can just say thank you. Thank you for being the #1 YouTube comedian on YouTube. Y'all are awesome. Until next time, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.